Okay, that was Mob Psycho, Season 2, Episode 8. I don't know if I'm letting myself believe that.
I don't know if I'm letting myself believe it either. And I felt so angry at myself for some reason during those last couple seconds, because in the intro to before this episode, I was like, I think we shouldn't necessarily count Sho as a villain yet. Like, we don't know since he's like a kid, Just because he does some bad things doesn't mean he's inherently like super, super evil and unredeemable. And I don't know what to think. Ritsu wouldn't...
So, okay, it's going to be difficult, but the last 10 seconds, we need to look at if we can see how many bodies there are.
There's 3. I saw 3 when I first watched it.
I see 1 before the percentage goes crazy.
1, 2, and then I believe closer to him is a 3rd.
Yeah?
I think so.
Because a big part of me doesn't believe Sho would kill Ritsu.
So you're thinking maybe just killed the parents and took Ritsu?
Maybe killed the parents, took Ritsu. Maybe all 3 are just like cadavers or like fake bodies. We've seen like the whole fake body illusion before. And again, this could just be because I'm in denial, but...
I could have taken them and then done this to trigger something out of Mob.
Yeah. Or just to leave no suspicion in case they take Ritsu to try to experiment on him. If everybody thinks he's dead, nobody's going to look for him.
If the whole family just... Oh, remember what Sho said? He was like, oh, your parents are here. Like, he didn't think about the possibility that they didn't, like, live by themselves. Which means he didn't come prepared to create an illusion of fake bodies.
But remember the look that Sho gave Ritsu last season? Like, he looked at him, like, with some promise.
Yeah, so maybe he prepared some type of an illusion for taking Ritsu or something. I don't know.
It's hard for me to tell how many...
Am I doing myself a disservice by being so in denial that it would actually be his family dead? Like, should I let myself think that?
I don't know. I don't know the right answer because I don't want to think that. That being said, I don't even know where to begin how next episode is going to start in this. If there's only 2 of them, I think that his parents are dead.
Okay. If
there's 3 of them, I don't know if Ritsu is.
Do you ever think to yourself that if you get too in denial over something that happens on a show, that you're doing a disservice to the show?
Yeah.
And so then that's why I'm in that inner battle right now of should I just let myself feel the emotions of thinking it's the case? And then if I'm surprised later on that it's not true, I get the enjoyment of the surprise of being wrong. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it just poses the question of I can't control my own feelings, and denial is a feeling, and not wanting something to be the case is totally valid. But it's sometimes I find myself, especially with shows that are so up and down roller coaster of emotions, I find myself sometimes over analyzing how I'm viewing it and feeling about it, trying to make sure I get the best viewing experience out of it. And then does that inherently somewhat stifle the experience? I
think what you bring up is a really good point, because in a lot of the sense it is taking away something, if that's what they want to make you feel and make you believe that somebody's dead, even if they're not, but also if they are. It's also hard to control emotions or doubt in something too, though. When we were watching Attack on Titan, no spoilers, but a character, I really don't think this is a spoiler, that a character in that show died. And I actually believed that they were dead because they were. But recently, in our, without talking any more on it, because I don't want to risk a spoiler, do you know what I'm referring to?
Yeah.
Okay. A story can do a particular way of making you feel something and not doubt something as well. The only reason I have any doubt of this being real is because this would be the most insane thing.
Yes. I
we've
think
never seen
the
in
show has given us evidence that would not necessarily, it wouldn't go that far severity-wise. Because, like, if we think back to when Claw first kidnapped the kids, we thought for a second that one of the kids literally had been murdered, and that they were just locked up in another room.
Yeah.
Like, there are illusions, and there are members of Claw that can create illusions. You know?
Yeah.
And if we're already in a universe where people can do really funky stuff that we can't even comprehend exactly what's possible. I mean, Mob learns that new things are possible with his powers all the time. And it would also just, this would be the... Okay, so this show does a lot of, like, really emotional roller coaster stuff with internal feelings. With little things that create some type of discomfort or something within the characters themselves, and it's a lot of internal kind of slow change or building of feelings, and it's always focused on that sort of thing. And then I feel like this is just so it's doing something different than that, if this is the case, if his parents are dead in this way by show.
I agree with you. A big question, or not concerned, it's just that it gives me a weird feeling is whenever Tsubomi's on screen, it feels like I don't know where to place her. Like, she's obviously way more than just, like, side character love interest, and there's something there.
And way more than just popular girl airhead.
Yeah. And I really enjoy that in her character, and I'm always interested to see, but I guess, because I can't stop thinking about it, to argue that this is true and his family's dead, this episode and his character development in the past 10 episodes, I could see coming to a explosion, for lack of a better term.
Especially if you're doing the whole season showing, oh, look, Mob can change.
He's
and
changing, he's growing.
And then...
everybody's there for him today.
Everyone was there for him, cheering him on, supporting him.
And then, out of nowhere, this happens.
Like, even going out of their way to really support him.
It depends on where they're going to go with the story, right? It depends if we're going to get back to the normalcy that we had, the normal life we had with Mob.
Or if it was once Mob changes, their normal is a new normal. It's different. Something, everything's changing.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm scared. Did we ever learn what happened to Teru's parents?
Did we know?
Because he lives alone.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't say that's uncommon necessarily in, like, anime or...
Yeah, I know, but, like, I'm just going narratively, like, in comparison, that he knew of Claw, and...
Didn't he move away from his parents because Claw was watching? Or
I think we had a line about that, but I'm not 100% sure. That's what I'm asking. Like, that could... I don't know. How did they get the house? And he shot that Tsubomi's evil still? And she pointed...
I don't think so.
Show to them? I don't know.
I think it's definitely would make sense to me that Claw could figure out where they live, especially if they know their names.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they got all of the paperwork from that kind of... that place that Ritsu was going before he developed his powers. You know, obviously they had their names first and last, probably even Ritsu's address when he started going there. So once they took over and took all the kids, I'm sure they would have all of that evidence.
I definitely felt the fear of God when Sho showed up at the door.
I mean, just how scared Ritsu was, and just the fact that he was like, Mom, like, do not come over here.
Okay. I kind of just want to watch the next episode, to be honest.
I do too.
You ready?
Yeah.
To do that?
Yeah.
You good?
I don't know what I'm gonna see, and I don't know if I'm gonna want to see it.
Yeah,
so
I feel like
I guess we just need to see it.
I feel like
we have to rip off the Band-Aid.
I'm like holding my breath, and I need to be able to see it to exhale.
Yeah. Okay,
right.
So we're just gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.
Okay,
Alright.
so we're just gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay,
Alright.
so we're just gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay,
Alright.
so we're just gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
Alright.
so we're just gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Cool.